Hi guys, it's Dr. Somji. Welcome back to the channel. I spend my time critiquing the brands like you tell me to. One of those brands that's liked by all doctors worldwide that deal with skin is CeraVe. The CeraVe Healing Ointment. So essentially it's like an occlusive dressing that you can apply to the skin when you want that little bit of repair. It can be put on kind of dry, cracked areas. So again, we talked about kind of putting things on the feet or the hand. If you've got dry, cracked skin, especially if you're someone like me that you wash your hands like 50, 60 times a day when we're seeing patients in clinic, it's really, really useful for those rough kind of areas. If you're looking at ingredients, it's formulated with petrolatum, which is basically very similar to things like petroleum jellies, what you find in like Vaseline, Aquaphor, those sort of things. There's also the addition of hyaluronic acid as well as ceramides. So a true kind of like CeraVe formulation. So there's nothing in the ingredient list that I can see that is comedogenic. So it's good for all skin types. We know it's fragrance free. We know it's lanolin free. So it's not going to irritate anyone. So if you've got like kind of minor cut, grays, all those sort of things, then you can actually use this quite nicely on there. So, I would say that, kind of things, even this baby, they have a baby healing ointment as well, which is actually pretty cool because, that's the first thing I thought, when you get nappy rash, it's dry, cracked skin, you want to treat that with kind of like essential ceramides, hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, and actually they have a formulation for that too in terms of a baby version. But like if you stick to the healing ointment, I personally like it. So I actually get patients that come and visit me for like laser resurfacing, especially from the States, they use that afterwards as almost like an occlusive dressing, because when you've just kind of peeled the skin or you've had a chemical peel, you've taken away that surface layer, the epidermis and the lipid layer, because that's part of chemical peeling. And you want to put something on that's exactly like that. So you add those 3 ceramides and then you add a little kind of almost dressing over the top with a petrolatum jelly and hyaluronic acid, which keeps the moisture within the skin. So you're limiting evaporation, you're drawing moisture from inside your own body, and you're also starting with the building blocks of skin by putting in those ceramides. So post like resurfacing, even things like post like sunburn, which you should never do to your skin, if you put this healing ointment on, it's gonna help that process. So, one of the things you're gonna have a little link to my slugging video, which is a top TikTok trend. Look, you can slug with this ointment. So, and this is one of my top tips that you can do. So we talked about the SA smoothing cream. In fact, my SA smoothing cleanser is actually still in my shower. So a lot of the products, I brought most of my CeraVe stuff, but I brought the soothing cream, but then I kind of forgot the one in the shower. But this is what I pair. So for my like little keratosis pilaris and dry skin that I get, in the shower, I use that over that area. It's almost like a final like wash, a buff of my skin just to get rid of that dead skin. I'm gonna be enriching it with ceramides afterwards, which is fantastic. If I feel especially dry, then I put the smoothing cream on, then I might put the moisturizing lotion on as well, or the moisturizing cream in a tub. It's also really nice too. But the SA smoothing cleanser is pretty cool. It's got no fragrance in there, no essential oils, no alcohol. The only thing that I would say with this is I've found that, if you've got somebody that has hormonal, so female adult hormonal acne, for some reason the SA smoothing cleanser doesn't really work so well because someone with hormonal acne doesn't necessarily really want to dry out their skin. And I find that the CeraVe SA smoothing cleanser can sometimes be a little bit dry for people with kind of, let's say, combination skin types. And that's what you get with hormonal acne. So you want to be a little bit careful about using it on the face, in my opinion. I like it on the body because the body, you've got a thicker barrier, you've got a thicker epidermis on the body, you've got better, it responds better to kind of like induction of ceramides. It thickens up, you get less evaporation generally. But on the face, if you've got that sort of like mixed skin type, I'd exercise caution, because I do get patients coming back saying, my acne seems to have got worse since I've used kind of CeraVe on CeraVe. And we talked about, the presence of silicone in there. And if you're like building those products and you're not necessarily double cleansing, then you're gonna end up with some problems. So just a word of caution, it's nothing like terribly negative. So that's it. It's a brand that really has broken boundaries, mainly because what they've done is make sure that they do everything right, and also they justify what they do too. Nothing within these products that's really gonna change your skin from being like a 5 out of 10 up to like a 10, or like an 8 out of 10 to a 10. So, it's something that will maintain things if you're in a restorative, reparative protocol, then CeraVe is fantastic. But like I said, you can use it as a building block, and then you can add major actives within it, and it can be combined with other brands quite nicely. And we're going to make some more videos on that. So if you have any questions about any of the products, just let me know. If you think I've missed any products or you feel like are really nice, let me know which products you'd like. Put it in the comments below as well, and that can give me fuel for my fires for new videos as well. Don't forget to click the link to subscribe, and also like it if you found this very useful today. Take care.